Hello, this is Michael, atheist and alcoholic. I am attending 90 meetings in 90 days. Nothing discussed in these videos will ever undermine the anonymity of AA. Today, day 77, um, and I had everything planned out. I'm a physical therapist, and because a lot of people are quitting the field, I get paid my hourly rate to drive all over the fucking place to cover buildings that have no other coverage. Why people are quitting is a video in and of itself. I could go on at length, but that's not what this is about. But I had everything like planned out. There was a secular meeting. If I drove to the first place, saw the one patient there, then during the drive to the second place, I could do the online meeting, the secular one. Unfortunately, the password that was posted for the Zoom meeting was no longer worked, so I wasn't able to do that. So I had to pick a different traditional meeting. Clever name. And this is posted publicly on the AA intergroup, so I don't think there's any violation of anonymity by stating the group name, which is Elevator is broken, take the steps. It's clever. Grading on a curve for the traditional meetings, 8 out of 10. It was fine. I said in early videos that I never, left one of the live meetings feeling worse, and that was true at the time. I just hadn't been to enough yet. Over time, just certain parts are going to grate on me. The insistence that it is a higher power of your own design, of your own making, anything that you want, but every meeting opens with the serenity prayer, which is fine. It's, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, wisdom to know the difference. A lot of very highly relevant wisdom in that prayer. No problem with that one, but every meeting also ends with the Lord's Prayer at the beginning of this experiment. I didn't know the name of it. It's the one that people say at Thanksgiving that begins, Our Lord who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I kind of hate that I know the name of it now. I didn't 70 some days ago. But that's not some non-denominational, not even non-denominational, because that's usually a term used for different variations of Christianity. It's a highly Christian. I So that's tough. But with all of that said, today's meeting was good. It was a good topic. It was very well run. I have noticed that the better run Zoom meetings are less susceptible to the Zoom bombers, which some of the more poorly run ones that aren't good meetings, even if it weren't for that, or at least not for me, the Zoom bombers are some of my favorite parts. There was one, I forgot to mention this, I think it was last week. It was one where you can't unmute yourself. You have to wait to be unmuted to share. And so we're like 30 minutes in, and out of like the person raises their hand, does all the right things, gets unmuted, and just starts screaming, "You fat N-words!" And I don't applaud the use of the epitaph, but like, I have to, the tenacity and the stuff, like they waited a half hour to fucking do that. Like, that was funny. This was not one of those meetings. Well run. And the topic, the lady introduced it. She's a great host. And it was on seeing sobriety as a new birth. That your alcoholism was like a womb, and that was comfortable and felt safe. And that you're born into this new world. And she went through developmental stages like the terrible twos and stuff, and as a recovering addict, it was cool. And I was curious, what do people have to, what do people got? Most of the shares, let go, let gourd, keep coming back, it works. A lot of shares were, to be fair, you got to do the steps. Fair enough. Um, I do like that analogy. That's definitely was my experience getting sober. Was that like all of this fucking shit? I gotta feel it. And my spin on it, the way I will look at this analogy, is that I need to grow the fuck up. That might not be helpful for everyone. It is for me. That I need to grow the fuck up, learn to take care of myself, and which I think I've done. And that's bare minimum. At some point, hopefully, I'll be of use to other people. So I like that. I like that analogy. That's all I got for today. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you here again tomorrow.